Okay, we're recording. Hi, y'all. Hope you guys are all doing wonderful. Hope each and every one of you guys had a very Merry Christmas and got to enjoy it with family and friends. Um, let's see what we got going this week. Oh boy. Well, let me give you a quick update on my ear. It's still clogged and it's insane. It's driving me nuts. So I've been talking to some friends and I did a show last night at Enoteca. One of the bands canceled out, or maybe he just wanted me to play, I guess. But because I have a regular gig there every Monday, but I played there last night, Friday night. Anyway, so I've been talking to some people, and they said that they actually a couple people that had said they actually had to go into. You have to get an ear, nose, and throat doctor. I could go into an emergency. I don't know about the hospital out here. It's a very light hospital. It's not a heavy hospital. It's not don't have a lot of shit there, to take care of people. They usually send everybody out to either Eureka or they send them out to Medford. So, but they were telling me I probably have to drive out to Medford and Medford, Oregon, and go. I got to get my primary, so that's what I need to do first. But yeah, they'll go in. I guess they're gonna do irrigation. I think that's what I need is a deep irrigation because I'm talking to you right now, and it just sounds like I'm talking in a I don't know, like a 5 gallon, 5 gallon, 55-gallon drum I got over my head. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. And it's so annoying. And I don't really wish it on anybody. So, yeah, this year's seems to be okay. This one's completely plugged up. So it's sucking big time. And I don't dig it. So I guess what I'm going to have to do is probably Monday go in and get that taken care of or see if I can get my primary lined up and then see if I can go have somebody irrigate my ear. I guess do a deep irrigation, I guess. So, anyway, that's that. Yeah, still got the plug deer. So, yeah, it's been like over a month. Last night I played last night. Now I have a dear longtime subscriber and friend. I call him a friend and his name's Warren. He actually told me about I don't know if I mentioned to you I was going to get a preamp for my setup. So because all I use is the TC Helicon play acoustic and the Beat Buddy. That's it. I don't have backtracks. I don't do any of that shit. No looping. Well, I guess you can consider the drum a loop, but yeah, that's the only thing is the drums. And I'm tuned a half a step down, just in general. Unless sometimes I'm writing, and I'll usually keep it a half a step down because the guitars sound bigger, electric and acoustic. They both sound big, much bigger when you're a half a step down. All the big boys are always usually a half a step down. Some people go a whole step down. That might be a little too much. I don't know. You can really probably hear the slinkiness in the strings. But anyways, so he told me I mentioned I had to get a preamp for my thing because I'm using it's a black called a black stack by Fishman, and it's a decent, pretty good pickup. It's looks like they kind of took it off from the old Sunrise pickup that I believe they still make. I don't know if I believe they do. I used to have a Sunrise pickup in one of my acoustics. And I'm so sorry I got rid of that pickup. It's just a big freaking humbucker, is what it is. Um, I put a black stack in both of my working Martins, are the ones I work with on Play Live. My D35 and then the D28. So I put one in there on both of them. But I need a preamp because I have my gain all the way to 10 on the channel, and I just almost have no headroom. I have the slider almost all the way up, so it kind of sucks. So I finally a friend of mine reached out to me, Warren, and it's called the Para Acoustic, and it's by LR Baggs. And it looks like a really great unit. I checked it out, did my homework on it, and thank you, Warren, by the way, for giving me heads up on how to hook it up and everything. And he seems to love it. Um, I the only thing I did that was kind of a deal breaker really was the fact that you can't plug it in. There's no AC on it. Uh, no power adapter for it. So you just have to rely on batteries. I'm sure batteries probably last a long time in it, but I'm not really into changing out batteries. I just don't want to do that. So that kind of was the deal breaker for me not getting that unit. I almost did. But so what I ended up getting was this guy, and I tried it out last night. Let's see here. Hopefully you can get a little thing on it. Yeah, right there. It's called, maybe it'll, yeah. Anyway, so it's called the Floor Stageman. It's by Nuke or Nux. I don't know what it's called. Nux. But I did a little homework on this. This does have an adapter on the back. It is a DI. Also has a looper on here. I don't know. I haven't really played. I haven't messed with that yet. But it's very basic. It's got your gain. But I noticed on this, I thought it was going to be a little bit more powerful preamp. Maybe it'll read a little bit different because I went in and out with 1/4-inch jack. You can go out with XLR. I don't know if that'll make the signal a little beefier or it's just keep you from getting any background noise using an XLR cable. And you can go straight to your board. I went straight to out on this on the 1/4-inch. You just went 1/4-inch into the board because I have that option. I go XLR or two different 1/4-inches. One's balanced, I think, and one's not balanced. But anyway, and this has an adapter where you can use a power supply on it. You have basically, you've got gain, you've got your bass, mid, and highs. The EQs on this are really responsive. Very good EQ on this. I like this. You got this little switch up here. It says scoop. That gives you a bump for your mid-range on your acoustic. And then this button here, on and off, and the notch knob is to bring your levels up, I guess. And so, that's for feedback, if you get any kind of feedback. These are very subtle, both these buttons on here. You can hear a little bit of a difference, but very subtle. So it's no big deal, but I think I had both of those off last night. I didn't even use them. But I EQ'd it, and then it comes with reverb, and you've got a delay, right? Oh, no, chorus. It's got a chorus on there. Pretty chorus. I know some of you guys that play acoustic don't probably use any chorus, but I sometimes, and I had this up next to me next to my board. I didn't have it on the floor. But a couple songs I kind of cranked up the chorus on it a little bit, and I put a little reverb. You crank this reverb to 10, and it's like way too much. It's overkill. I usually have it about right there, and then maybe a little bit, on the chorus, not too much. Just on certain songs, and then maybe I'll back it off or whatever. But I tried it out last night. The only thing I thought I would get more of a amplified bump, but it does work. It is a DI, and it did give me more overhead, on my slider, and I didn't have my gain cranked to 11. So actually it brought the gain back up to about 3 o'clock, which is still pretty high on the gain, but hey, at least it's not all the way to 11. So, or let's say 5 o'clock. So it brought from 5 o'clock on the slider, say that's 5 o'clock. It brought my gain up. I could put my gain up about 3 o'clock. So it did give me a little more headroom on the slider. So that was nice. Yeah. So yeah, this is a good little button. And then of course you've got your designated buttons if you just want to, if you want a complete clean sound with no effects, you just hit that button there. And then this is for your preamp. You hit that button and your preamp kicks in and gives you a boost. So it's a DI preamp looper. I guess they got a loop. I guess you run it, you probably have to press 2 at a time or something. I don't know. I think that's what I read. You have a ground switch in the back. You have this is kind of important too. Obviously I don't have a Pasio on my Martin. On the D28, I've got that black stack on there. So you just put it for a regular magnetic pickup. So that's what I have it set for, magnetic. If you had a Pasio in the bridge or whatever, then you flip that up and it's adjusted to that pickup. So yeah, I tried it and I think it's good. I'm going to try it again on Monday. I'm going to play Monday. God, guys, I just don't feel like fucking playing, man, right now. It's just like, but I don't want to screw anything up. I just don't feel like playing when your ear is fucked up like this. It really sucks. I just want to just get it fixed and then go back to playing. But I'm having to do these gigs with my ear all jacked up. And I think I got another gig Friday at the Elks in Oregon, in Brookings. So on Friday, I believe, I got to confirm that up, but I think that's on my calendar. So I have a Friday. But anyway, so yeah, so I just want to talk about that little preamp I got. NUX, I guess it's called. The Fawnskin Stageman, it's called. And I'm going to keep using it. I just used it once last night, and it got me where it gave me a little more headroom on my channel. So that's what it did there. And I did use some of the effects on it very lightly because, that's another thing is, I know, I guess you could, I know you can. In your Play Acoustic, you can disable any effects on your guitar through Play Acoustic. I kind of like the res in there and stuff like that, and that kind of makes it gets it a little bit more body. So what I did, instead of putting this in before the Play Acoustic like most people would, and I put it after. So I could pick up and use that res and stuff and then come in here. And if I want to add a little more reverb or a tiny bit of chorus, I could do it afterwards. So, because I think I even have a little bit of reverb, just a little bit of reverb and a little bit of delay, or maybe it's chorus. I got a tiny bit of chorus, very, very light. But if I want to add more, I can add through this. But yeah, because I like the body res that's in there in the Play Acoustic. So that's why I'm running this after the TC, not before. But most people probably just clear the PC, disable the Play Acoustic and run this before it, and then go into the Play Acoustic. Most people would probably do, but I'm not most people. Okay. Anyway, so got that. What else do I got to tell you? Just to sum up my thing on my subject that we talked about, dealing with these guys that do the bookings at restaurants and bars and stuff like that. Basically, what I should have did a little summary at the end of that thing, but basically what it is this. Especially you new guys that are getting into this, and you want to get into your solo career and start performing, you're going to come across a lot of nimrods. It's just the beast of the business. They're idiots. They have egos, but just keep pressing on. You'll get through it. It's just that, just expect that though, once in a while. You're going to get, most people are pretty receptive and they'll talk with you and this, that, and you can work out something and get a date. I know there was a couple people on here that said they've been trying to get gigs and they can't get gigs. I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, I guess it depends where you live. Now, if you live just south of Lake Titicaca, you might have problems, and you've got, a cult on one side and you've got Charles Manson living on the other side of the ridge. Yeah, and there's one general store. You're probably going to have a hard time getting a gig. Unless Bigfoot's hiring, and the Bigfoot family might be hiring out there. They have festive jamborees out there, all the Bigfoots, that run around out there. So, maybe they'll book you, but I don't know. It's just, you got to get to these places. You just have to be persistent and just keep going in there and kind of driving them crazy. It's like getting a job. You're getting a job. So I remember when I was a kid, I don't know if it was my dad that told me that. He goes, you want to go get a job, you got to be persistent, got to get out, because, back in the day, in the early 70s, it was kind of hard to get a job, kind of, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't even remember that far. I remember that far, but I don't even remember the jobs I had. But anyway, so yeah, just to sum up the last week's post, it's just, you're going to come across these freaking idiots. So just hang tough, be patient, and good things will come. Patience comes blessings, right? So sometimes when you get a lot of doors slammed in your face, there's always another door that will open. Always, guaranteed. But you have to keep pushing. Just keep pushing. So that's it on that, you guys. Anyway, I adore you guys all. I hope you guys are getting out there working. I hope the hell everybody is well and not sick. There's some viruses these days seem to be a little bit more heavier, and or maybe I'm just getting old. But they're kicking my ass like a cold kicks my ass. I had a cold for a week. Now, it could have been the virus that came down the pike. It's probably just a heavier virus. There's new viruses coming up all the time. Just don't let the government fuck you and scam you. Say, you got to get a shot. If you don't get a shot, you're going to die. Or if you don't get a shot, you're going to grow a baby's arm out of the side of your head. You don't want to walk around with the thing on the side of your head coming out like that. It looks stupid. So, yeah, being silly. But it's crazy out there. There's a lot of little viruses. And so just be careful. Try to eat right. Take your supplements if you have to. And, good bowel movement every day is always healthy. Don't forget that. If you're backed up, you better do something about it. Okay? Just saying. So that's it, you guys. The New Year's coming up. I don't have a New Year's gig lined up. Thank you. Because I seem to always get a New Year's gig. And when I think I'm going to get away and just relax for New Year's and stay home, me and the wife have a little barbecue and have a cocktail. But I think with the 3 years we were in Big Bear, I think there was one, it might have been two. You guys have to go back and look, but I think there was 1 or 2 years I didn't do a New Year's gig. And that was nice. Only thing about New Year's gigs is, it is good money. You should be paying at least double of what you normally get. That's another thing on these playing these holidays or special events for special holidays. Don't accept the money that they normally pay you. Say, listen, I got to go with the flow, man. I need double what I'm playing. If you want to play New Year's, just tell them that. That's all I can say. But yeah. All right, guys. Ciao for now. And I'll yak at you next week. Peace, love. And make sure you soothe souls and put smile on people's faces, because that's what it's all about with the live music. Okay. Ciao for now.